Y'all, Mackaveli Millz TV. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I got something on my face. My bad, y'all. What that is. Good afternoon, y'all. I'm gonna wait till y'all come on in here, man. I want to go on an hour before Team USA plays. Team USA plays South Sudan at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Central. So I'm gonna wait before I'm gonna get on here before I watch the game. I'm probably gonna get on after the game as well, just to get my little commentary. But I'm waiting for the Team USA game to start. I'm like, let me just hop on here real quick and holler at y'all real quick, so I can talk to y'all about some stuff, man. What's going on, y'all? LB, what's the word, Noopy? I'm gonna see if people get on here, man. I know people working and all of that, so I'm gonna just see if people hop on. I just want to hop on an hour before the game start. Neek XO, what's going on? Good afternoon. I want to hop on real quick before the game come on. Yeah, smash the like button as y'all come in for me, for sure, for sure. Good looking, Nope. Man, I really just want to hop on here real quick. Y'all can give me the stuff, y'all. I mean, you can ask me some questions or something. I can talk about some stuff. I really ain't had nothing in particular to this today. Like, sometimes y'all ask me questions and I go off on a tangent about different stuff. Last night I was talking about, my experience at a historically black college at a HBCU and what it was like when I first transitioned from Chicago to Mississippi, when I went to Mississippi for college, and what it was like being in the South, all of that. You know what I mean? So it was just, I was talking about stuff like that. So I was talking about stuff like that. Right now I'm chilling out. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for the Team USA, the Olympics basketball, men's basketball game to come on. It come on in like an hour. My son asleep right now. He probably finna wake up in a minute though. So I'm just like, let me just hop on and talk to y'all real quick while he's sleeping. Cause when he get up, he getting up with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? He running right up here with me more than likely. I don't know. He might just sit in the bed for a minute though. But yeah, hit the like button as y'all come on in here. Hit the like button as y'all come in. But yeah, last night I was just talking about, what it was like for me to experience like HBCU activity and life in general. What was the difference between the city and the South? Uh, Cultural differences, like, you know what I mean? All that different type of stuff. But this today I ain't really even got no topic for real, for real. Um, I really wanted to just, get on here and holler at y'all real quick. But yeah, y'all ask some questions though. Usually, sometimes I just start going after y'all start asking questions. I just start going and just, certain stuff just start. I just start flowing. But yeah, y'all hit the like button as y'all come in here too. Hit the like button as y'all come on in. Hit the like button as y'all come on in, man. For real, for real. Y'all had me going with that work husband, work wife stuff though that day. That was crazy. Y'all had me highly entertained. But yeah, y'all asked me some questions. And I'm going to just go from there. And can y'all hear me well? Because I got the air conditioner going on. So I don't know. I'm sitting right by it. So I don't know if y'all can hear me. Your question didn't post. What was the question, bro? Try to post it again. Because I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't post, bro. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I tried to look up what boxer passed away. I saw that I couldn't see who passed away. What boxer passed away? Like the name, male, female. Because I was trying to see who passed away. I really couldn't. When I put in Olympic boxer passed away, it was telling me about a trainer that passed away. It really wasn't giving me the boxer, who it was. Oh, yeah, so that's who came up. Punch Drunk Boxing. When I put that in, his name came up. but like I didn't see it anywhere else. You know what I mean? His name Lionel Fatu. Fatu. He's Samoan. Fatu, I think that's a Samoan name. But anyway, what did he die from? It's just his opponent wasn't dirty or nothing, right? It was just head trauma. And if it's head trauma, first of all, boxing is a brutal sport within itself. That's why I told y'all when what you call it, I don't advocate for no performance enhancing drugs being used in the sport. Because people die in the ring every single day. Not every day, but you know what I mean. People die in the ring all the time in that sport. Come to America. People die in the ring. It was a trans woman versus a woman. If that was the situation, immigrants who come to America undocumented is a criminal. What you think about that? So listen, man. Hold on. I'm jumping all around. Was it a trans woman? That's what happened. The trans woman beat the woman so bad that she died. Is that the situation? Y'all let me know. No. So what I was saying about the immigrant situation, like trans one versus one, it was a trans. That's the situation for real. If that's the case, then first of all, trans women do not need to be boxing women. Genetically, men are made up much different than women. We're stronger, more physically imposing. So a man is going to hit harder than a natural born woman. Our bones, I feel like, are made differently than women. You know what I mean? A man can take another punch from a man that a woman cannot take. So yeah, I don't think trans women should be boxing women in boxing. I don't think that should be a thing, personally. And that ain't nothing me saying, oh, I don't agree with, oh, I don't like you can't do what you want to do with your lifestyle. You do what you want to do, for sure, but I don't think trans women should be boxing against natural born women. It's just a physical disadvantage. And you're going to see stuff like that happening. Women going to get hurt worse in the ring if you fighting a trans woman. Natural born women are not stronger than natural born men. It's just physically we're made up two different ways. Now, as far as the immigrant situation goes, so here's the thing. I'll let you go. She's funny. So here's the situation. And I'm gonna speak about Chicago, Illinois. As a black American man, I don't want nobody living in harsh conditions, right? I understand people coming from other countries trying to escape harsh conditions, trying to attain the American dream, all of those things, right? I don't want nobody living in poverty, nobody living in chaos and civil war, none of that stuff, right? But at the same time, watching the situation in Chicago, I've seen migrants get benefits that American citizens, black American citizens, do not get. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. Chicago has always had a homeless problem for the longest of time, right? The longest of time. You know what I'm saying? And so all downtown Chicago, I didn't see it all downtown. People laying on the sidewalks, people outside in the cold, they have nowhere to go. And then migrants get access to housing, they can stay in the police station, stuff like that. And people who are American citizens cannot stay inside the police station. They will get shunned away, looked at like they ain't nothing, and treated like terribly. And these are American citizens. And that's the problems that I have. Like, you got people outside of the country being treated better than people who've been here all their life. And they don't have nowhere to go. Nothing. It's been a homeless problem for the longest in Chicago. And nobody looks out for them. And then the migrants come here and immediately get housing, shelter, All of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with me. Like, I remember watching this white guy. I forgot his name, man. He's a YouTuber. He was in Chicago. He was in Chicago, and he was outside of a police station, and it was this homeless black guy. He had like three pairs of shoes. He gave a pair of his shoes to one of the migrants because the migrants didn't. One of them didn't have some shoes, or the shoes was too small or something. So he gave the homeless black man gave a pair of his shoes to one of the migrants, and he was speaking about how he's not allowed to come into the police station. They will keep him away. He never would be allowed in there. You know, they let the migrants in, and he said, you know, I understand a lot of them have children. A lot of them, they come from harsh conditions, but it's like, man, what about people that have been here? You know, and he really wasn't even trying to complain like that, but I felt bad because there's people like him who have nowhere to go. They get booted off trains. They get told they can't, like if they trying to sleep on the train, they get kicked off, all of that. They get nowhere for them to go. They will never be allowed to be in a police station, but the migrants can. Migrants getting housed. Landlords are getting incentivized to have the migrants living in the apartments where they're renting out, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you got American citizens, and I've seen especially a lot of black folks just all on sidewalks downtown. Riding the trains all night in the cold. It's cold in Chicago. In the summertime, I mean the wintertime. In the wintertime, it get below zero sometimes. You know what I mean? And stuff like that happening, man, it's just, I don't know, man, it's crazy. That's the problem for me. She said, how old you is, Steve? One of my close friends lives in Chicago. He says a comedian out there. He says Venezuelan. Yeah, man, like, so like I said, man, I don't have no problem with people trying to find a better life and all of that, you know what I mean, and escape harsh conditions. My thing is, there are people who are in America who certain these resources are not accessible to. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. I live in a high-rise apartment building up north, and I see homeless black men in my store. Yeah, man, homeless, like, I know it's like I've seen the same homeless black folks working downtown. You see them all the time. All the time, and they don't have nowhere to go. Nobody gonna help them, nothing. You know what I mean? People scoff at them, look at them like they ain't nothing. But Candace Owens, man, I told black folks about Candace Owens. You know what I mean? She trying to justify the Sonia Massey shooting. And, it wasn't racially motivated, all of that, I heard it. So, black folks, she said she's too young for you. So this is the thing, black folks is always, they trying to hand Candace Owens a cookie. Oh, because she said some things that you agree with. Yeah, she said some things I agree with as well. But here's the thing. She's like, and black folks, like, she trying to hold us accountable. She's trying to hold us accountable. I'm all for black folks holding other black people accountable. But she hold black folks accountable for an audience of white folks that do not like black folks. For real, she holds black folks accountable for an audience of people who do not care about black people at all. So she talking all this about black folks need to do this and black folks need to do that and all of that. And she's talking this to her audience is filled with non-black folks who really do not care about black people, for real, who do not give a what. So I'm like, what is this? Why are you preaching accountability to a non-black audience? Like, that reminds me of like when Bill Cosby did that pound cake speech, and he talking about black folks got all these, why you naming your kids this, you're sagging your pants, and you're not raising your kids right, and he doing it in front of an audience of non-black people. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, and the audience was clapping it up as he's saying this. Same thing I feel about Candace Owens' audience. They clap it up when she talk about black folks need to do this and do that and how we ain't accountable and all this, we ain't doing that. They clap it up. They looking like, yeah, talk about them N-words. Talk about them. And I'm looking like, man, to me, I can see if her audience was black folks, she's speaking to us, but she got audience of people who tell us that, who call black folks professional victims. Her audience calls black people professional victims. They call us what's the word they be, snowflakes. They call us they tell us like racism is a figment of our imagination. That's Candace Owens' audience speaks that type of stuff. Oh, there is no racism in this country. Oh, you're stuck in the past. She has an audience of people that tell us to get over slavery. So I ain't never bought into Candace like that. Even when she say stuff, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I ain't shocked, man. I ain't shocked with the Sonya Massey thing. Like she saying it's justified. Come on, bro. I ain't never rolling with that. Man, thought he was in front of the Capitol building chanting what when Jonah won. Who was doing that? Y'all hit the like button as you come on in here. Hit the like button as you come in. But yeah, man. Let me see something. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just want to hop on here with y'all real quick before the game come on. Game come on at 2 o'clock. It's 1:15. You know what I mean? So I got 45 minutes for the game come on. I'm like, let me get on real quick for my son get up and start moving and shaking. Cause he already been up already. He just took a nap. So I'm like, let me just hop on here and talk to y'all. But yeah, man. Y'all talk to me though. Like last night I was on the road because what game you talking about? Oh, Team USA. Team USA men's basketball plays South Sudan at 2 p.m. So I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna watch that game. Are you gonna watch Crawford's card? To be honest, I don't even know who fighting on Terrence Crawford card, to be real with you. I'm only watching Terrence Crawford. Who fight on the undercard? I don't even know who fighting on the undercard, to be honest with y'all. Who fighting on the undercard? Let me know, because I don't even know. It all depends who the undercard is. I might tune in. There might be a fight. I'm just looking for the main event. That might be one of them. What do you think of Derek Chisora? Man, what's the boy name? Joe Joyce fought didn't Joe Joyce fight Zheli Zhang? Right? Look, Derek Chisora, first of all, I give all credit to Derek Chisora, man. Derek Chisora then took a ton of losses. Still fighting, still keep fighting all the time. Always, and it was an entertaining fight. Derek Chisora always game. He's a game opponent. Warrior mentality. I'm glad he got a victory. I'm glad he got a big victory like that for him, man. I always liked Derek Chisora. I always thought he embodied the spirit of what a boxer is supposed to be. Joe Joyce, man, Joe Joyce is so slow, man. That's his problem. He's so slow. He there to be hit. He wasn't moving his head. So you can tag him all day long. Joe Joyce, he got power and stuff, but he just so slow. And he used to have a lot of solid punch resistance, but I think Zheli Zhang, he fought him, took that away. Playboy Cardi. What about Playboy Cardi? Because I don't listen to Playboy Cardi. You say your side piece. A lot of people doubted he went. I know. I'm sure a lot of people did. Shout out to Derek Chisora though. Your side piece requesting 100 on Cash App. You wildin'. For you, would you rather have knowledge of the past? Man, Knowledge of the past or knowledge of the future? I don't. Sometimes you want to know what's going to happen in the future, what's coming forward, but some stuff you don't want to see. Some stuff you don't want to see. I don't want to know when I'm leaving this earth, when my mom and my father leaving this earth. Sometimes like that'll just make me sad all the way through and through. So stuff like that, I don't want to know. I would only want to know like, what is coming for me, what's coming in my path as far as like successes and stuff like that. But I don't want to know about like mishaps or I do want to know about mishaps because I want to know how to prevent it and all of that. I do want to know about mishaps, but I don't want to know about like death and stuff like that. All of that, people's expiration dates and stuff. I never want to know those things. So I mean, I would want to know future stuff, but I don't want to know nothing about nobody expiration date of this earth. So I put it like that. You can go back in time. What you would change or prevent from happening? If I can go back in time, what I would prevent from happening? Well, I told y'all my brother is deceased. I would prevent the day I lost my brother for sure. I would prevent that 100%. Uh, what else would I prevent? Um, as far as historically, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I would change that day all the way around 100% for sure. Um, hmm. Historically though, there's a lot of things that could be changed historically. Um, we would have wanted to stop slavery from occurring to black folks, but I don't know. It's just like that would have been a tall task for sure. Oh, crypto early. Yeah. Get some of that crypto early. Yeah, that would have been definitely a thing. That definitely would have been a yeah for sure. Man, a lot of us could have had some bread. We would have got in that early. Yeah, it was announced on the news. It was. Yup. My brother's death was announced on the news. Um, my aunt, she was actually on the news speaking about my brother at the time. So yeah. Okay, what's the question? But yeah, it was announced on the news though, for sure. If I get copyright, how long do you stay on? If I get copyright, how long do you stay on? I'm not understanding the question. What you mean? What is a ZD? What is that? Now see, no, I'm not. But I heard that's the gang that you like to play with. I heard the zesty disciples. That's who you kick it with the most. I heard that's your favorite crew. Am I? He say, no, you a zesty disciple for sure. Well, I tell you what, Hamad, if I get copyright restriction, do you know how long it takes to clear? I'm not sure, bro. To be honest with you, I don't know how. I'm not sure how long it take to clear. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure for real. I like your hat. Good looking. I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, man, y'all gonna watch the Team USA game? I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch Team USA play. I'm gonna get on there and check that out real quick. But yeah, man. So like what I was saying, yeah, you know, South Sudan finna play. You know, they play tough. They play Team USA tough this last time, so we gonna see how they ball out. I got Team USA winning though. Kevin Durant is an X factor for this team. Like he just makes all of the difference with his shooting ability. You can't like I don't know. Kevin Durant can wake up and shoot the cover off a basketball. He can get out of his sleep and just shoot the cover off the rock. It's only certain dudes that can shoot like that for real. Are you a Sox fan or a Cubs fan? So look, let me tell you how I do it. I'm from Chicago, so I root for both. I don't pick or choose. But if you want me to choose, I'm gonna pick the Sox because I'm from the South Side. So I'm gonna roll with the Sox. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Chicago. I'm a Chicago sports fan. So whenever it really, if either one of them make it, I'm cheering and rooting for them. Really, you know what I mean? So yeah. But if you want me to choose one, I'm gonna pick the Sox because they Southside team. South Sudan. You got South Sudan. You got South Sudan today. South Sudan tough though. They tough. They gonna play Team USA real tough now. Team USA got to come out balling immediately. Do you like track and field? I do. I do like track and field. My father loves it. My father gonna call me as soon as it. When track and field, it already came on already. I ain't seen it come on yet. Will you be following? Oh yeah. I'm gonna be following it for sure. But I ain't seen track and field come on yet. My father loved track and field, so he gonna call me as soon as they start running. Y'all hit the like button as you come on in here, man. Hit the like button for me. So yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, man. I'm a Chicago sports fan, bro. So any Chicago team, I'm rooting for. What's your favorite event at the Olympics? Why they put the you know, I like basketball, so I'm always like watching the basketball for sure. But then I like track and field too. I like track and field. I like the track and field. I used to watch Maurice Green and um what's old girl name, man? Marion Jones. Them I used to watch all that with my dad when I was young. Tim Montgomery. I was watching all the track and field stars back then. So for sure. But yeah, they ain't put it in Chicago. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. It'd have brought a lot of money to the city if they brought it in Chicago. It'd have brought a ton of bread. I ain't that would have definitely been the money would have been made in Chicago, Illinois, without question. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it because they just be coming up in here crazy. They come up in here ridiculously, like bro, what? And that's all they do. They live. I see that now. They can't wait to come up in here. Man told me, rest in peace to your brother. They ain't got in here talking about, are you a zesty disciple? See, that's how folks get slapped for real. That's how people get slapped for real, for real. Luckily, people not nowhere near me. Where would you like to visit most? So I ain't gonna lie, I would like to visit Tokyo, Japan. My sister was over there. And she showed me like all the different, me like being into like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, and uh Yu Yu Hakusho and all of that. Like I used to want to be in Japan, stuff like that. Like Japan. I wanted to go to my boy played in Italy. He was in Italy. I wanted to check out what Italy was like. Um, my mom was in Africa and Kenya. She said it was really, really beautiful. I want to check that out. Um, what other place I want to go to? Mm, mm, it's a lot of I think I would have went to. I would have liked to go to Paris, France, to be at the Olympics. I would have liked to be there. Yeah, I heard the food real good. I definitely heard that. You must have been. You must have been, Dylan. I gotta get like you. You traveling for real, for real. What's it like? I'm just talking, bro. I ain't really about one thing in particular. I'm just talking. I just wanted to get on here with y'all before for Team USA men's basketball team play. So I'm just on here chatting. It ain't really, it ain't really about nothing specific today. Yesterday I was talking about me going to a HBCU and what that experience was like. You know what I mean? Last night I was talking about that. How it was like for me to go from a big city to a small town at an HBCU in the South. Me coming from the Midwest and all of that. And all the different, like, the fun stuff about it. What was the differences, the changes, and all of that. USA went and gold for ball easily. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they do. I think, like, again, I think that Kevin Durant coming back changed stuff up because we needed somebody that can shoot the three ball consistently. Because the other teams in Olympic play, they know how to shoot the three. They know how to shoot the three, and they know how to shoot it well. So, yeah. Man, I didn't even play a sport in high school, bro. I didn't. My friends did though. I was just focused on the books. You know what I mean? And kicking it with my friend. I hooped at the park and stuff like that. Yeah, I hooped. I played ball at the park and all of that. I didn't play for the school. Yeah, but we hooped at the park. Chicago basketball city, so we would play basketball all the time. All the time we be out there playing basketball. And some of us took it a lot more seriously than others, which is why you got my friend, my boy Kiefer Sykes. He played professional, so because he was the one that took it serious for real, for real. It was a job for him. It wasn't just a hobby. So yeah, but now the high school that I went to was a basketball. It became a basketball powerhouse, but it was a football powerhouse for sure. Like my high school was really one of the most known high schools when it came to football, all of that. Mars, what's the word, man? What advice would you give your younger self? The advice I would give my younger self is to be proactive, right? Like I always kick myself. Like I was a mass communication major. I was doing a lot of stuff. Like I was sports commentating. I was doing sideline reporting. I was writing for the school web page, sports web page, all of that, right? Like I did all of that. But I wish I would have had started my YouTube channel while I was at Mississippi Valley State University, while I was in college. Because I could have, like, I would have, the footage I could have had being on the college campus every single day is crazy. And we always could check out the cameras. it was always available for us to check out the cameras being mass communication students. We always could check them out. I just never did it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just never did it. So, nah, I appreciate it, Elgin. But yeah, I developed my communication skills. So, look, I was a mass comm major. So, like, me being in that major, they had us on the radio, had us in front of cameras all the time, had us under them hot lights, had us, like, interviewing people on the fly. Like, I was working for not yeah, I was a student worker for NVSU Sports Network. So like they would have me on the spot interviewing coaches before the game, after the game, writing articles and stuff after the game and all that. So you know what I mean? It's not a fake watch. It's just not one of them fancy watches though. I had a radio show. Oh, for real? That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I thought I was Martin Lawrence when I was when I was in college for real. I thought I was Martin. I had my own radio show. I was doing it like it was every Saturday. Every Saturday I would do it. I'm sorry. Not every Saturday, every Sunday. Every Sunday. Cuz Saturday is when the football games would be on. My show aired every Sunday, but sometimes I would pre-record on Saturday. Sometimes I would do it live on Sunday. So I would sometimes pre-record, sometimes live. And I used to, boy, I stayed over there in that radio station all the time. Just whether I was making some content or whether I was just chilling out, kicking it with the engineer over there, and a mentor for me. Tell you something, man. If you have haters, that means you're doing something right. All love, Elgin. Yeah, I know that's the name of the game, man. I know how this YouTube game go. People gonna come and say stuff, man. They gonna come and talk crazy. Your live stream is best when you have quality questions. Yeah, it is. When you get quality questions for sure. And sometimes when I didn't have a topic today, man. So I didn't have no topic, so I just came in just coming on. I came in just coming on, so you know how they go. Hey, you say you would slap me from me. I swear, if you ever slap me, brother, I swear, I would beat you to all your teeth missing out your mouth. You hear me? I just want you to know that. If you ever slap me, all your teeth be out your mouth. So I'm just try it if you want to. I'm gonna have to get this dude up out of here. Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate, y'all always steadily just always hopping on. That mean a lot to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, my channel's small, so I ain't got the channel like everybody else do. So I'm just trying to build it up slowly but surely, But yeah, y'all can, if y'all want me to talk about certain stories or certain experiences, I can give them to y'all on lives. If y'all got certain stuff y'all want me to talk about, if y'all want certain situations y'all want to hear, because like I told you, my life has been pretty interesting for me so far. I ain't had the most exciting life, but I didn't, been through some trials and tribulations. I done went to college 10 hours away from Chicago, went to HBCU. I'm a member of a Black Greek letter organization. I was a father at 18 years old. I got a full academic scholarship to school. I went to grad school in Arkansas. I worked. You have a gift, man. I have a stutter, and it hinders me from verbally defending myself and communicating with people. Man, it's all good, man. Some of the most brilliant people in the world have had a speech impediment or stuttering problems. And, sometimes just talking more publicly gets them over it. Like Keith Lee, the food reviewer, he talked about him having like a speech impediment, and that's what got him into starting a TikTok channel in the first place, because he was trying to get over his fear of public speaking and being socially, having social anxiety and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's all good, man. Everybody, I wasn't the most comfortable when I first started speaking. Growing up, I was super shy. I didn't talk to a whole lot of people all the time. You know what I mean? People don't know it now because I got this channel, but again, it was a lot of people that never knew I could even talk like this. from Chicago. I spoke with a woman from Chicago who told me how beautiful Chicago is, how much more than just. No, it's way more than that, man. And I think the violence get highlighted, because that's a sexy thing to do. Let's talk about the violence. Let's talk about the dudes doing, the gang banging. But it's so much more to that. That's why people don't even know that Chicago has the downtown that we have, the scenery that we have. People don't even know we got beaches. All they know is violence, violence, violence. Because that's all, that they hear about in the media. So that's why I encourage people to come if you can. Come visit. Come check it out. I'm going to just start going downtown and just recording. Going to the museums, going down by the lakefront, recording so y'all can just see all the stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all see me go live at Navy Pier at one time. So I'm going to just start trying to do more stuff like that. So y'all can kind of get an idea of what Chicago is really like, how it really is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a live stream from the barbershop when I go get my haircut probably. Just so y'all can kind of like get a feel for the people of the city and how we really are. Because everybody ain't walking out here. Everybody ain't war ready. And everybody ain't gang banging. Everybody ain't gang affiliated. Everybody ain't, walking around with assault rifles. And that's just not the average everyday Chicagoan at all. At all. Average everyday Chicagoan out here going to work, taking care of their kids, hanging with family, hanging with their friends, trying to have a good time in their spare time, trying to make it out here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to the money, and really just trying to have a good time, man. Trying to live life and live life for a long time. So don't let a lot of it's a lot of fear mongering that goes on about Chicago. And I'm not saying that stuff don't happen here because it does. And I didn't have stories about me being in the hood, me running into all different type of stuff that I've told on this channel. Some of y'all might have heard those stories. Some of y'all might not have. But it's a lot more than just that. And I always want to emphasize that it's Chicago way more than just O Block and just, GDs and BDs. Is way more than that. Way more. That's how people look at Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, I can bet. For real, man. I bet they do look at it like that. You know what I mean? And that's because, like, the music scene that's coming out of it and what's being talked about in the music in Jacksonville. And that's really what happened with Chicago. Same type of situation. They looked at the music coming out the city and like, oh, no. That's all they got going on. And not knowing, like, yo, it's really nice stuff here. It's really, really nice. Like, it's people that just visited Chicago for the first time this year and couldn't believe that they never been here or stayed away from here. So yeah, man. But yeah, like, Chicago is still a cool city deep down. For sure. But yeah, man, y'all, I always ask y'all, what do y'all want me to talk about on some of these lives? Cause like, I don't want to tell the same stories over and over again that some people might have heard before. You know what I mean? It's certain stuff y'all want to ask me about, whether it be fatherhood, whether it be like, what I'm saying, friendships, whether it be life situations, all of that. Like, y'all just, tell me what y'all want me to discuss and we can talk about it. What's the word? Have you ever got ridiculed for not being a social? Oh yeah, man, for sure. When I first went to college, bro, like, this type of man I am, bro. I'm never when I go away from Chicago, I'm never going to act some way that I won't act like in Chicago. If I can't act like something somewhere in Chicago, I'm not going to act like it nowhere else, right? What do I mean by that? When I went to school in Mississippi, you had a lot of dudes from Chicago acting like they was the biggest gang bangers on the block when they went to college. And they wasn't, because they wouldn't have been in college if that was the case. So when I went to school, Chief Keef and Lil Durk and them first started, that's when they first started bubbling. Now, y'all know me. I'm chilling. I'm reserved. I smile a lot. I'm cool, calm, and collected. But I didn't live in some of the wildest hoods in Chicago. You know what I mean? But I don't carry that on me, because that's just not the energy that I carry. And you know what I mean? I carry myself upright. I don't be trying to, I ain't never sag my pants. I ain't never smoke. I ain't never drank. And so people automatically think you a square, or you not, you know what I mean? You're not really from Chicago. because of how I carry. People thought I was from the suburbs because of how I carry myself, right? And the funny thing about it was the dudes that was acting like they was the biggest gang bangers, they was from the suburbs. Nearly all of them was from the suburbs acting like that. Cause they, you know what I mean? Cause again, they're trying to compensate for not being from the city. Like me, I know I'm really from the city of Chicago. I know I really lived in these areas that I lived in. So I ain't never had to impress nobody. I never felt the need to impress nobody. And I never felt peer pressure to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother and my father emphasized like me being a leader. So I never like tried to do all that extra stuff. You know what I mean? If I can't do it in Chicago, I can't walk around here in Chicago acting like I'm the biggest gang bang on the block. I'm never gonna do it. I never gang bang. So you know what I mean? But people was thinking I'm from the suburbs. Me and my homie Melvin. One of the dudes was like, one Chicago dude thought I was from the suburbs until he seen me over east in No Limit area. That's, Terrytown where G Herbo and them from. I was over there with my homie Kiefer. And he just shot like, bro, I thought you from the birds. Bro, I told you I'm from Chicago, bro. Like, I don't, and he low key tried to get cool with me after that. Like after he was trying to stay away from me when he thought I was from the suburbs. And then when he knew I was really from the city and he seen me in a wild, a dangerous area, he wanted to be cool with me. And I ain't never rock with that. So I kept him far away from me. And then like it was the one time a dude from Mississippi was like, told me and my homie Melvin, y'all must be from the suburbs. And I'm looking like, bro, what? No, the dudes that y'all think from Chicago is not from Chicago for real out here. So yeah, I got that. Oh, you not, are you really from Chicago because you ain't acting in a stereotypical way? But I don't pay it no mind because I know who I really am. And I know, what I'm saying, what I come from, what my origins are. So, and anybody that know me know I'm really, really from Chicago, Illinois. I ain't never had to act like I was nothing else. So it's all good. Yeah, man, I don't gotta impress nobody, bro. Like, for real, Mars. I don't, for real, it's blessed to be a square with street instinct. We can move in. Exactly. You can move in so many different spaces when you like that. Like, that's why I can fit into different environments. Like, bro, I didn't work alongside dudes when I was in college, working alongside dudes. When I would come home, I was working alongside dudes who was on papers, who had house arrest bands on their foot, not on their foot, on their ankles, right? Real street dudes. I'm working alongside of them. I know how to mingle with them, know how to interact with them. I'm not uncomfortable around them like that. I know how to talk to them, all of that, right? At the same time, I know how to talk to these people in corporate America. I know how to sit in front of them, talk to them, and articulate in the best of fashion. So I can be a chameleon. I know how to adapt to all different type of environments because, I had street smarts because of where I live, where I came from. A lion doesn't look around when he hears a dog barking, for sure. Like I ain't never worried about that. My parents and my whole family from the hood, but they never raised me to be that way. However, they did let me see both sides of life, which paid off because I can kind of gel with anyone. Yeah, for sure. That's how I always was, man. I could gel with anybody. You know what I mean? Because I lived in them environments, and then I was raised a different way. So I wasn't raised to be no street dude. So that's the thing with me. Like I was living in the hood, just like Chief Keef and all the rest of them. But I came from structure in my household. My household had structure in it. Like I knew if I did something, my mama was gonna get on my what. I knew my father. My father was gonna check me. My father was gonna what you already know deal out a great deal of punishment if I stepped out of line. So I never did nothing crazy. How can someone say you're not from Chicago? It's all the way. Yeah, people that don't know Chicago. This is somebody that's from the suburbs that said I wasn't not from the suburbs. Somebody from Mississippi thought I wasn't from Chicago for real. You know what I mean? So they don't know how we talk and they don't know the dialect or whatever. But even then, people might think you ain't from Chicago because they feel like, oh, people in the surrounding suburbs still have that dialect and all of that type of stuff too. But I can't fake. Like when I start naming addresses where I live, where I went to school at, that ain't nothing you can fake. You know what I'm saying? Because people didn't see me where I lived at and where all the places I lived. I didn't live all over the South Side like I told y'all. I've been accused of talking white. Yeah, man, you can't don't listen to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just you talk with proper English, and that ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like at least you know how to talk when you go into interviews or you go speak to certain people. You know how to articulate yourself in a way where you're not looking crazy. They say the Midwestern people have a neutral dialect for sure. When I was in mass communication, they always told us that the accent that they wanted broadcasters to have was the Midwest accent because it was the most neutral. It wasn't like it wasn't like East Coast got a harder dialect, like a harder, harsher tone to the accent. Southern people got that drawl. It's a slower drawl. It's like Midwest got the right in the middle and meet everything in the middle. Now, although we can talk very fast here too, we can talk fast for sure. I was talking real fast when I got down there. You know what I mean? So I sub because your intellectual insight on Black Americans not being in pro baseball anymore. That's love, bro. I did a research paper in grad school on that. Actually, when I was in graduate school, I did a research paper on the decreasing number of Black Americans in Major League Baseball. And it was always something interesting to me because, you know, when I was coming up, only a few of my friends was playing baseball. We wasn't playing it like that. Yeah, Harold's Chicken is amazing, especially with the mild sauce. Like for real, like the mild sauce really top it out. That's what make it for real what it is. You got to come get the chicken fresh, and the mild sauce really make it. That's what make it for you. Can't get the chicken without the mild sauce on it. You got to get the mild sauce on the chicken. Talking fast like the rapper. So yeah, I was talking real fast. You know what I'm saying? That's how we talk. Rappers back then were articulate for sure. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, you know, when I went down south, I was talking fast to them. You know, but that's just how we talk in Chicago. That's just how we was always, you know. Unless you know you older, for real. Y'all be cutting me with the mouse sauce on fries. So oh yeah, boy. Put it on the fry. The fries be drenched. That's how we grew up eating it. Even at the barbecue spots. Mild sauce and stuff all over the fries. That's how we eat it. We get down with. That's how we eat the fries here. NBA players back in the day can articulate themselves for sure. Does your daughter listen? No, she don't actually. She don't like it. Um, no. So she just discovered. My daughter just discovered. Look at my son. He up and popping right now. My daughter just discovered Chief Keef. She just discovered Chief Keef. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, my daughter just discovered. My daughter just discovered Chief Keef. So she just started listening to that, but she really listens to like um now my son goes to school with other autistic children, so he don't deal with that right now because he's at a school with other autistic children. You know, so he look a little bigger, but he's only 3. So he only 3, so he gonna sit right on my lap. Yeah. So yeah, he's not dealing with that because he's at the school with other kids like that. You know. He just hop out the bed though. So. All right, all right, all right. You want to sit down? So. Yeah, my daughter, she listens to like Frank Ocean and like she likes Tyler the Creator and SZA and she like Kendrick Lamar. She likes who else my daughter listens to? My daughter like she likes yeah, that's my son, man. He thirsty right now finna get us something to drink, but yeah. Okay, baby. Yeah. He want to eat some pancakes. So yeah, I got him some pancakes earlier so he can eat that. My son had a problem with a boy at school, so I took him weightlifting and Muay Thai classes. It solved the problem, but he got suspended for 2 weeks. You had your son there fighting, huh? Scrapping it out. Now, what you doing? But yeah, man. So yeah, my daughter, she listens to like um she listens to a lot of different stuff, man. She likes man, she was listening to Nirvana the other day. Uh what's the song? Smells Like Teen Spirit. She was listening to that the other day. She was listening to have you ever crossed paths with any Chicago rap? Yeah, well, before Fame? No. I crossed paths with Bibby and Herb like right after they dropped Kill SHIT in 2012, like right when they first started bubbling. That's when I was over there in Terrortown over there at Herb and them spot. 50 of Hova and AP. 50 of Hova. Uh mm, man, listen. NAP. As much as I love Jigga's music, 50 Cent Mania was a time, bro. Like you had to have lived through that, bro. You had to have lived through that time, bro. 50 Cent Mania was a time. That really was a time, and I never seen nothing like that. Yeah, I know, man. Chicago drill rappers, man, they affected the world in a lot of, creative ways as far as music, but a lot of negative ways too. But yeah, I ran across Herb and Bibby like in 2012. So my homeboy Kiefer from the east, they call it the east side, but it's southeast, southeast. He played ball with Bibby older brother George. So, yeah. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, drill music in the UK. Drill music didn't reach everywhere now. It's a worldwide phenomenon. Lil Wayne had the coldest run. Yeah, Wayne had a crazy run. But I'm talking about that 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent run, that was before like social media for real. '03, that '03 to '07. Man, when he first hit the scene '03, that was like crazy. I remember living that like, would you bring back Motown? For sure. Motown responsible for some of the dopest music to ever touch American airwaves. What artist you think had the most influence on Chicago drill? Chief Keef, without question. Keef wasn't the first drill artist, but he was the one that took it worldwide. When Keef was getting on them tracks with Young Chop and DJ Ken, and he was on house arrest and he was shooting videos in his house, in his backyard, in the basement, in his bedroom. Look how many videos are shot like that now. Like, it's no treatment for music videos now for drill videos. It's just gather with all your friends on the block, throwing up your sign, your gang sign. Some dudes got their shirts off. Some dudes got money. It changed the way he changed the way videos were shot. He changed like the ad libs, the verbiage, the lingo he was using. It's crazy. The album, I only know to this day at 50 Cent album, it's the only album I know to this day every lyric to every song. What 50 Cent's album? Get Rich? Hip hop music must pay homage to the old school music, especially R&B music, for sure. T.I. Tip. I'm more of a Tip guy than Wayne. I said that on my channel before, and people wouldn't believe it because Wayne was bubbling in my era. That Wayne was really like in my time for my generation. A lot of people's favorite rapper is Wayne, is my age, but Tip was my guy because I like dudes that talk that player stuff. They talk it player, they talk smooth, but they also talk street stuff. Tip was talking all different type of stuff. He was giving you songs about life and growth, giving you songs about how to mack a chick, giving you songs about the streets, giving you songs about selling dope, giving you songs about, living his life and raising kids, giving you songs about all different types of stuff. I was a humongous Jeezy fan. When Thug Motivation 101 came out, I lost my mind. The first CD I ever bought with my own money was Jeezy, the Inspiration album, based upon how Thug Motivation 101 sounded. So I was humongous Jeezy fan, humongous, like for real. Like I was all in on Jeezy. When I first got my first MP3 player, I loaded it up with Jeezy music. So yeah, I was humongous Jeezy fan. Well, that's without question. Yeah, the dedication mixtapes, all that. With dedication two was the one I had. Dedication two. Then he had the drought three. That was Wayne tapes. But yeah, Jeezy, man, I had the Can't Ban the Snowman mixtape, Trap or Die, all that. Like I was a big Jeezy fan. I wanted to get the Snowman shirt, but my mama wasn't gonna let me wear the Snowman shirt because they was suspending people from school for having them type of shirts. You know, you couldn't wear the snow. Jeezy had people. You couldn't wear them Snowman shirts. Now they knew what that was about. Oh no, you can't wear that. So when Shot Time became Shot, I remember, yeah. Keith and Dirk and Louis and them had it changed from Chicago to Chirac around that time period. I had a snowman like a nah, it wasn't a goofy thing, man. We all us wanted to wear them shirts, man. All us wanted to wear them shirts. Yeah, it was that was a time though. That was a time, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But look, y'all, look. We finna watch this game, man. I'm gonna come back on here after the game go off. But right now, I'm finna check this game out. But I'm gonna come back after the game goes off and give y'all my post game commentary. But y'all go check out the Team USA game. I love Scarface. Face Mob for life. I'm out though.